Hi, guys, and welcome to Math on Monday, April 20th. So today, your math is looking at one of the things is looking at polygons and trying to determine if polygons are regular or irregular. Now, we remember that polygons is simply another word for a two-dimensional shape that has three or more sides and angles. So the important thing to remember is that polygons are simply shapes. Now, there's two kinds. There are regular polygons, and in a regular polygon, all of the sides have an equal or same length as well as their angles. So, for example, that would be like this square. We know squares all have the same number of sides, have equal sides. So a square is a regular polygon. Now, what makes a polygon an irregular polygon is that the sides are not all the same length. So a rectangle, where these two sides that are opposite are the same length, and these two are the same length, but all four of them are not, this is an irregular polygon. This is an irregular triangle because the sides are not all equal length. So as you're working through your work today, and we are looking at our first math page, which I will go ahead and share with you. We look here and our first math page for today, and it is titled Polygons in Time. So number one wants us to, says, two of the shapes below are rhombuses and two are not. Circle the two rhombuses. Now I will give you a clue here. Rhombuses are a regular polygon. So if a rhombus is a regular polygon, then that means that all of the sides are in equal length. So if we look at this first one here, are all of those sides of equal length? No. What about this one? Correct. This is a rhombus. How about this one? Remember, you might need to tilt your head to get a better look for how it is changed. But if I look at this figure, this polygon, I notice that it does have four sides, and I know a rhombus does have four sides, and all four sides are equal. So yes, that one is a rhombus. And then we have our last one. Even though we circled two, we need to look and make sure the last one is not it as well if we made a mistake. I know this one is not a rhombus because a rhombus is a quadrilateral, meaning it has four sides. This polygon here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So that is not a rhombus. All right, number two, circle the two irregular polygons. Now remember, what makes a polygon irregular is that it does not have equal sides. So two of these shapes do not have equal sides. Circle the two that do not. Did you circle these two? If you did, great job. Those are the two polygons that do not have equal sides. Okay, for number 3 and 4, you're working on time. We will come back to that. Now on this next page are geoboard polygons. For number 1, on each of those geoboards, it wants you to draw an example of the polygon named. So on this first geoboard, you're going to draw a square, any size you want, as long as it is a square. For the second one, a rectangle that is not a square. And for the last one, you are going to draw a rhombus. If you forget what a rhombus is, you can go back to the previous page and look at number 1 for some examples. Okay, so while you're drawing yours, I'm going to create mine. There's my square. It's not perfect, but I know it's a square because a square has 4 sides and all 4 sides are of equal length. So each of my sides on the geoboard are touching 3 dots. That tells me it is equal length. For the second one, I need a rectangle that is not a square because it will have only 2 opposite sides that are the same length. And then I'm going to create my rhombus, which is a little tricky on the geoboard, but we're going diagonal. Just make sure the rhombus is a regular polygon, so all of the sides need to be the same length. And for number 2, we need to fill in every bubble beside a statement that is true about all 3 of the polygons that we drew up here for number 1. So if it is true about the square, the rectangle, and the rhombus, we're going to color in the bubble. So all 3 of the polygons are quadrilaterals. Quadrilateral. Remember what that word means. Look up here. Are all 3 of those quadrilaterals? Yes, that statement is true because a quadrilateral has 4 sides. The next one. All 3 of the polygons have 4 sides that are congruent. That was a word from our math last week, and congruent means equal. Equal is what congruent means. So, do all 3 of these have 4 equal sides? No, the rectangle does not have 4 equal sides. That's correct. So we will not fill in that bubble because it is not true about all 3. All 3 of the polygons are parallelograms. We need to remember a parallelogram has 2 sets of parallel sides. So let's go up and check our 3 polygons. In the square, this side and this side are parallel because if they kept going, they would never touch. Well, in order to be a parallelogram, it needs to have 2 sets of parallel sides. So let's look at the other 2 sides. These sides went on and on forever. They would not touch. meaning that those are also parallel. Look at the rectangle. Yep, these are parallel, and these are parallel. And if we look at our rhombus, those are parallel, and those are parallel. So that is true. All three of those are parallelograms. So if they are, then they do have two sets of parallel sides. We just figured that out. So that is correct as well. Now, the last part is you're going to work on solving these multiplication facts. Remember the strategies we used. I see a lot of doubles facts in there and a lot of doubles. Use those strategies before you draw out any arrays or loops and groups. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hopping on for Math on Monday. Remember, a regular polygon has all equal sides. An irregular polygon doesn't have equal sides. All right. I will see you tomorrow for our Tuesday math lesson. Have a great rest of your day and try to enjoy some of that sunshine out there. Miss you guys.